How are y'all doing, man? I'm Aunt Pruitt. Hope you're doing well. It's another unbelievable day here in the Pruitt Palace, and it's time for another hangout on the air with the smartphone photographers community.
Did you say Pruitt Palace?
He did.
The Pruitt Palace.
It's an upgrade from Chateau Ghetto.
Yeah, we ain't in Chateau Ghetto no more.
Yeah,
Get it right.
But listen,
Don't be hating.
He went from the outhouse to
The big house?
to a house that actually has indoor plumbing.
Yeah, I got plumbing now, dadgummit. It's nice to take a shower indoors. So don't be hating. Don't be hating. Anyway, hope y'all are doing all right. This is the Smartphone Photographers Community, our weekly or weekly-ish hangout on air, where we like to get together and talk about different tips and tricks that can help make you a better smartphone photographer. Because believe it or not, the phones in your little pockets there that's got these little teeny-weeny sensors and cameras and whatnot, they could take some pretty good photos. You just have to put a little bit of effort into it, you know? And we talk about that. So anyway, we also do a little challenge amongst ourselves in the community, you know, and it's some type of photography challenge with different themes and whatnot. We submit our photos, we vote on them, and we carry on to see who's going to win the next challenge. So have a lot of fun with that. But tonight, I got some folks joining me. I got a couple moderators and a first timer joining me on air. This is awesome.
no, it's not first timer. It's about time.
About time.
Right.
About time after what, 3 years?
Yeah, you know what, Mike? That's a good point, bro. I mean, she's been here with us forever.
She finally gave up her lurker status.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and just welcome Miss Annette Holland. How you doing?
Good. It's warm in here now. There's a reason why I'm behind the camera.
It's all of the bright white lights on you right now.
Yeah.
Well, it's good to see you. You've been in the community damn near since day one, and never, ever get to have you in here on air.
Well,
with us,
that
you know.
whole time difference thing.
Yeah, that's right. You were in California. Now you're in Texas, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, just a tad closer, but we'll see if I can further interrupt your Thursday evenings going forward.
There were leftovers. I didn't have to cook tonight.
Oh, okay. Nice. We lucked out. We appreciate you joining us. It's good to see you. And staying in Texas, let's go to my man, Mr. Michael Caine. How you doing, brother?
Yeah, I've been okay. I've been fighting the flu here in Jersey Village, where it's been miserable, except for today. It's been beautiful.
Fighting the flu. 'Tis the dadgum season.
Mm-hmm.
Best of luck to you on that one. I don't wish that crap on anybody.
Oh, I hate it.
I just keep taking my flu shots.
Here's the thing. I had a flu shot, but it didn't cover the one that is going around. They try to guess.
It's because it wasn't 120 proof.
Right. I would love to drink something right now, but some crap I'm on, I'm feeling it might make it worse.
My goodness, man. Well, we're glad you're with us this evening, my man.
Yep.
Either way, get better. Next up, we're going to cross on over to California. This dude sitting in his car, and he's got the light on. I appreciate that, making my editing job easier.
No, it's better than that, Aunt. It's better than that.
Oh, my.
So this is the smartphone jammed up into the head visor with the LED on for like video recording.
That's the best light ever. Yes.
I
That
finally found
dome
a
light.
use for that stupid flash. That's really not a
Yeah, because
flash.
the dome light would have been all yellow. At least with this one, it's a nice pure light. That's. I tell you, this is Mr. Mike Sweeney, y'all. How you doing, man?
I'm doing well. Hacking my way through the iPhone as usual.
Also known as the iPhone MacGyver. Ain't that what we used to call you?
Yes, sir.
That's what's up, man. Good to see you. All right, so let's get rolling here this week. We had a photography challenge called Deep. We missed last week's hangout on there because I was supposed to have been playing bingo, but then work happened with everybody that was playing bingo, so we didn't even get to play. We all ended up working. But anyway, so we missed last week, and that carried over to this week. And the challenge was called Deep, and I believe it was won by my man Charlie Hoover. And in the past, I've personally enjoyed the challenges where we didn't necessarily say pick a technique. We just picked a random word, if you will, because you can get some type of interpretation that's not going to be the same for everybody. You know what I mean? So I thought this was going to be fun, and we got about 8 photos in here this time. Not as many participating, but there's still some good shots in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen. We're going to take a look at a few of them before we look at our top vote getter. And while we're looking at them, we tend to discuss what we like, what we didn't like, what we would probably do ourselves as the photographer, and so forth. It's all in good fun, and it's all in, an opportunity to learn a little more, because we're not going to see things the way the photographer sees it, especially if they don't give us any type of background on what they're shooting, why they're shooting, and so forth. So. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. Screen share. I'm over there. All right, so if you can see my screen, can I get a hell yeah?
Hell yeah.
All right, let's see.
Yeah, maybe. Kind of, sort of.
Maybe. Here we go.
Kind of blurry.
Jeez, lovely. All right, so hopefully this looks a little bit better now that I went full screen. Again, the theme is deep, D-E-E-P, deep. Who do I want to start with here?
Cherries.
Oh, okay, since you said so. Cherries. All right. This is coming from my man, Mr. Mike Wilson. Mike Wilson is using the Samsung Galaxy Note 5 and Lightroom Mobile. And what is he saying here? Couldn't get the lighting right, but I wanted to submit something. Cherries packed deep in the jar of moonshine. Oh, okay, you won.
Those are so good.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. You're talking to a Southerner here. You think I'm going to disagree?
Put those on top of a sundae.
Oh, yes, yes.
Oh, no, you just put them in the bowl. I'll take them.
They're potent. They're really potent.
I'm sure they are. I'm good.
Let me get this back here. There we go. All right. Note 5, Lightroom, and he said he couldn't get the lighting quite right. All right, so what am I looking at here? I don't get deep out of this. I get bullseye out of this. I can't really say much about it other than I know what it is, and I like the actual content of it from a consumption standpoint. But outside of that, this photo really didn't do much for me.
Yummy.
Lighting, I mean, I guess it's really just lit more so on this side here, and I guess that was his battle. I wonder what would happen if he moved the object over here closer towards the light. What would have happened if it would have really boosted the highlights here or what? But I don't know. I can't really say much about this particular shot. What do you think about this one, Mr. King?
I like it because I'm hungry. I have not had solid food in a while, and seeing solid foods making me hungry.
That's good.
It looks good. I love I love cherries to begin with, but yeah, the picture is just kind of it's okay. It does. I think you're right about that. The lighting could have been a little better.
I think of a stock photo.
That basically is what it looked like.
I could see this just as a stock photo on somebody's ad or something.
Right, stock photo of someone's cherries.
Yeah.
But they look good. I will try to grab one so I can have it.
Nice try, Mr. 5K screen. All right. What are your thoughts, Miss Annette?
Since I do a lot of food photography,
Yep. Yep. She does it well, folks.
I would have done something to show the depth instead of just that top layer of cherries, and probably cropped it in tighter. Lighting can be hard, especially if you're shooting in your kitchen. So usually for my shots, I put them right under the light, and it looks down on the bottom like he's maybe blocking his light a little bit the way the shadows are. Yeah. So Definitely cropping and maybe stick a spoon in there or something to show depth.
Exact. Now that's what I was kind of thinking. I'm not with it right now. I'm just still kind of fighting still got my fever, but
Um,
I could see going with a tighter crop, maybe.
Yeah.
But again, it just me personally, it's just not doing much for me. What are your thoughts, Mr. Sweeney?
Okay, you asked. So he could have fixed this image really easily and quickly and gotten a killer shot out of it.
Hmm.
Although I would take what Annette just said and flip it on its head. What I may have
Interesting.
done, if this were my shot, is I would have gotten a small cardboard box, cut a round hole in it, and then put maybe like a red filter paper or
Mhm.
some kind of red, and then shine the light from underneath and up through the cherries instead
Okay.
of shooting from the top. You'd
Okay.
want to have a little light on the top, a little side light to kind of show the shape, but you want that light coming up from deep from within the jar.
It makes it glow a little bit more.
Exactly.
Okay.
Right now it's just kind of flat.
Okay.
The cropping, you know my opinion about bullseye.
Yeah.
With that said, if you'd gone really tight with the lighting underneath, I think you had gotten a really cool effect. If you had literally trimmed it down to the sides of the jar,
Yeah.
so the bullseye wasn't really a bullseye anymore. It's just a bunch of cherries. I mean, you have to go quite a ways, but yeah, you get the idea.
Yeah. It's not gonna go any further.
Yeah, I would have taken it all the way down to the sides of the jar.
Yeah.
I'd left the ring because that's a great
Yeah.
way to draw the center attention.
Nice.
you're right. I just did that because the Mac does have a zoom feature in it, and I just activated it and I zoomed all the way down to it. You're right. For a change, Mike.
Of course I'm right.
What change?
Did I tell you lately how humble I am?
Oh gosh. Yeah, and we're all buying, right? Yeah.
I got some swamp land. If you buy that, I got some swamp land in Florida. I'll gladly sell you.
Yeah, I can feel the love.
All right. Let's take a look at another one here. This one is from my man out in California, Mr. Robert Carlos. I think he shoots with an HTC. I think. Did he? Yeah, he shoots with the HTC M9. San Diego Convention Center, home of Comic-Con, of
Yeah.
course.
No,
Absolutely.
it's an amazing convention center.
And he, I know he's a big fan of that. I don't know how to say it. I just say Visco Cam or VSCO. I know he's a big fan of that. He uses that a lot in his shots, whether it's here or whether it's on Instagram. But this shot, I thought it was rather intriguing because it gives depth. I guess you can say that's the same as deep, but I love the idea, the fact that this shot I can reach down through it, if you will, and that it's sort of tilting off to the right just a little bit. It's not just a standard little bullseye shot. You know what I mean? But yeah, I like this one, and I can't think of much else I would change on it. Looking.
One thing.
Hold on. I don't know. I would maybe try to
Yeah,
do
trim
like
that.
what you call it, selective adjustment, and you could probably darken that in a little bit to where that hides, or do a heal or something right here to get rid of these. I don't think these are necessary.
Vignetting would do it.
Vignetting would,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
without ruining this here. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I would
just
actually play with the clarity and the intensity a bit to really punch the graduated colors up,
mm,
and then hit it with a high dose of clarity to really make those the
beams.
texture stand out on the windows.
Yeah, very nice. Love what you did here, Mr. Carlos. What are your thoughts, Miss Annette?
I like it. I would have, either vignette or he took the shot quickly, so there's no way he could have positioned himself to really get it right in the center.
Right. But I think it works that way myself. It's I think being perfectly centered would have been somewhat
It would have been a mistake.
typical.
Well,
You
I don't
know?
know. So this right down at the bottom, that's a little bit distracting to me because it takes away from that perfect arc and the spiral that you're getting, and then you come to the front and you can see the first floor. So
Okay.
either centering or moving just a little bit so that you have that line all the way through and you don't see the first floor.
Good call.
Yeah. And they'll
Yeah,
give you
I kind of like that first floor. You know, what's funny about this picture is it just throws me back to like the Star Trek movies or sci-fi movies where you got the
time
big
tunnel.
tube that you're going to be floating down the middle of, or the
Futuristic
engine room's at the end or something like that. It just has a very industrial look that I like.
Uh,
You know, it does remind me of the time tunnel.
I believe you could I believe it's in Snapseed where you can do like a transform option.
Yes.
Yeah.
Try to change the tilting, not necessarily cropping it, but I guess it would probably try to hide this little first floor here, like what Annette was saying. That's something he could look at. I dig it though. Well done. Mr. King, your thoughts?
Yeah, I like it. I have to agree with everybody else. But if you got it more centered, with my fear of heights, it make me look like I'm standing up tall on that and looking down. I said, I can't do it. But I like it.
Thomas Olsen. This one, I hadn't seen Thomas in a while, and he's been doing some pretty good shots here in the community. But this was from the south of Spain a couple of days ago. Yada yada yada. Spotted this old couple chilling on the balcony of Europe. And all right, from a definition of deep, let's look at this. Deep sleep, but I think that's a stretch myself.
Or deep in thought.
Deep thought didn't even come to me here. This is a good photo, but I don't think it necessarily says deep in particular. Of course, with this being in this gray tone, definitely crank this contrast up, get some more dark black level in there. But other than that, I love the street photography feel of this. And what did he use? He shot this with an S6. Yeah, S6 Plus. All right. Your thoughts, Mr. King?
Only thing I can think of, they were taking a deep nap. And that's about it. Cause,
a deep nap?
Yeah, you're really just kind of...
Naps aren't deep. That's called hibernation.
I know.
You can be deep asleep.
Yeah. You just look like,
They're a little bit done for now.
Or dead tired, and they're just, But it's one, I like the photo, but as far as the quote unquote deep,
yep.
No go. But it's a beautiful picture of street photography.
Yep.
And that she is in a deep sleep, but I can't see that on that bench or wherever it is, that whatever it is, that wall, wherever they're on, being
balcony.
That comfortable.
Your thoughts, Mr. Sweeney?
It doesn't fit the requirements.
All right.
I mean, it's good street photography, but I don't see where it hits the mark for deep anything.
Right. Miss Annette?
Agreed. And he mentions, the deep blue sea and the sky, so maybe if he had added some color.
Yeah, I wonder what made him flip it to black and white like this, though.
Or grayscale.
I mean, he actually writes out blue sky, but yet we have
you can't see it.
Huh. That's interesting.
Maybe there was something was blown out, and that was the only way he can fix it.
Well, what? Okay, let's look at that. What would be blown out in this shot? I can't see anything.
If anything, those white buildings. But I don't know. I'm
But
just saying. I'm just trying to think of why he might do it. But
mhm,
again, it like everybody says, it just does not fit the bill.
okay, all right. Well, we'll look at one more before we look at our winning photo. Wow, where'd it go? This one. This one's got it got a lot of votes as well. And this one, again, it made me think about how everybody can interpret the different challenges that we do. Because from I guess you say, photogenic or technical standpoint, it doesn't really do much for me, but I can get why someone would say this or any book could be considered deep, because it's, what do you get out of it when you read the text in the book? I would have gotten rid of some of this up here. I don't think it really adds to it because he already has a note right there on top of the Bible there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Something to that effect. Because I don't think any of that adds to this photo.
No.
No.
Maybe even a tighter crop possibly on there. Is
Yeah.
that possible?
Yeah, something like that would be fine. Because I can see where he's coming from.
Yeah. But outside of that, it didn't really do much else for me, but I get from an interpretation standpoint.
That's what I was saying.
What are your thoughts on this, Miss Annette?
I would have cropped out some of the notes. That passage is pretty deep. So from a philosophical point of view, it fits.
Let's see if we
I
can
know.
do it like that. See, I think that's more interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. I guess maybe we'd want the page line centered, or maybe not.
No, you want the page line off center.
Yeah, that looks better this way.
Yeah.
Because you get this card in the frame. But
You get his thoughts and also the text.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
much better, much more interesting. Mr. King?
I can see where he's coming from and deep in Bible study, but the way you have it cropped right there, it's more of it. You still get the what he's trying to get, the verses that he's trying to do, and his thoughts and everything, but it also gets rid of some of the clutter. And this thing does meet the criteria because deep verses, deep study,
Mm-hmm.
and probably also thought of how he's interpreting everything. So,
Yeah.
but when you cropped it,
Oops.
cropped it.
At
Where you
least I
cropped,
don't have to bleep that one.
where you cropped it, it's a lot better, right? Like that. I think that right there would have been a better shot.
Yeah. What are your thoughts, Mr. Sweeney? I see you're in deep thought there. I can see
Yeah.
that you moved up to the left.
I don't know. I know where you guys are trying to go with it, and it's like putting a square peg in a round hole.
Mm-hmm.
So
Nothing deep.
I'm not sure what to do with this shot, actually. I mean, philosophically speaking, it's all deep. Yeah, that's
Mhm.
great.
Yep.
But in my mind, that doesn't really meet the criteria of what was being asked. So, I got not much to say.
What the heck? There we go. Yeah, I like that. I dig that. I mean, of course, it needs to have better focus, but
Mm-hmm.
but I dig that.
don't know. What makes you think it needs better focus, Ant?
Well, looking at it on my screen, it looks sort of blurred. Um,
It's a
I
tad
thought
bit.
that was his pin.
Yeah,
I've had
I
pins
was
that
gonna
write
say,
like that.
the text in the Bible is sharp. I don't care for the color cast it has. He needs to
yeah,
color balance it.
it's like even like right there it looks a little blurred too.
Yeah,
I like that.
he could have punched the he could have
Just sharpen it a
manually
touch.
what kind of camera did he use? He could have probably manually sharpened it a little bit or focused it in a little better.
Oh, using the G4.
Oh, never mind.
G4 is a
Hey.
good one. That's a good one. No, that's a good
That's what I
one.
shoot
Hey.
with currently.
Things are hot, man.
I
Don't get
know.
all hostile there.
I'm not hostile. I'm just defending my gear.
So funny. All right. Well, Delano Scott.
I know the G4s are good cameras or phone.
Delano, I think you did a good job. But I just feel that a tighter crop would have done it even better. That's my opinion. So, but anyway, thank you for the participation. All right. So lastly, let's take a look at the top vote getter of the week. Da-da-da-dum. One of our early entrances, and coming from somebody named Annette Holland. I've seen that name a lot over the years, but
Yeah.
sort of thought it was a myth, you know. But yeah.
You met me in person.
Oh yeah, I did meet you in person. Oh no, okay.
Online personality, you know.
Right. Jeez.
You're hopeless.
This is shot with the G4, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
The front camera of the G4.
Oh, that's the front camera?
Yeah.
Okay. Impressive. All right. So
Selfie cam.
Yep.
so
I don't take a whole lot of those.
the topic is, yeah, we know you don't. The topic is deep, and this says it to me. I don't even have to necessarily read what you got over here, and I greatly appreciate you putting all of these details here. But when I saw go back. When I saw this shot, it resonated with me because it is still year in, year start for me personally, and I've made this expression. I felt the way this photo is, is making me feel. I'm sitting with my hand on my head, I'm looking down, I'm essentially rubbing my temples, and just either deep thought on a particular case that I'm working on, or deep thought of
I can't believe I ate the whole thing.
Stuff, or why am I not choking this person just yet? Just
There's a reason I don't work in call centers anymore.
That or the other one is I can't believe I ate the whole thing.
Oh no, I've been proud in those kind of moments. That's just me. But I love this photo, and I love the texture on it. I love the, what do you call it, like this sort of a grunge feel to it. It's sort of rough around here. Good stuff.
You know, Ant, this is the look that you get when you press the return key, and as soon as you do, you realize you shouldn't have done it.
Oh
yeah. Yes. Why did I do that?
And then the DBA starts calling you.
Yep.
That or you hit the wrong button, like the delete button, and it deletes the whole thing. Why did I do that?
Oh.
Yeah. This
What do you mean autosave wasn't on?
That's what it looked. I mean, it looked like, oh man, not again.
Gosh.
Yeah.
And this one, like I said, I totally felt this shot, and I was like, yeah, this is it, done. What are your guys' thoughts? Go ahead, Mr. King.
What can you say? This hit the nail on the head. But this is said. I wouldn't change the thing with it, except maybe take it with an iPhone.
Gosh, dang, man, it's just underrated.
Don't forget, I have stock in Apple.
Jeez, clearly.
But no, it's just one of it as you say, I've been there. It's like, oh God, not this same idiot again, or I can't believe I hit the wrong button. But as I said, it's excellent. It hit everything. It hit. I mean, that's why I voted for it. It hit everything and got every emotion you can think of.
Yeah.
It was just excellent. Well, shot out. All the editing's perfect. It looks like a professional.
What's your thoughts, Mr.
Okay, you're not just saying that because I'm on this week, right?
Oh,
if you ever,
trust me.
if
You
you
know
ever
we don't have any holes barred on here.
we like something, we say it. If we don't like something, which we've had a couple of
I
times,
know you say it.
and we'll tell him. But I mean, this is just, you can tell a professional did this, and it's just so good.
That's what's up. What are your thoughts, Mr. Sweeney?
I feel the need to disagree with him just on a matter of principle at this point. You know?
You know, the thing is, because if you don't, I'm going to think something's wrong. So,
Well, out of everything he said, it's all well and good, but he missed the one key point,
what's that?
and that is this picture tells a story.
Yeah. Damn it.
It's got an emotional story to it that connects. Everybody's been in that spot. Everybody's had that look.
Yeah.
Everybody knows exactly what that picture is about.
Yeah.
And I like the fact that it's not perfect.
Mhm.
It's kind of grungy looking. You know, the highlights are a little blown, but that's okay.
Yeah.
It all kind of feeds to the entire image.
It feeds for the moment at hand.
Now,
Mm-hmm.
what I don't care for is for the skinny ass crop.
I didn't want the background. The background was very distracting.
I prefer that skinny ass crop.
No, I don't.
I'll,
No, what I might have done is I might have brought the bottom up a bit, maybe just below the V of the zipper there.
I can post the original.
I don't know. I would play with the cropping a bit because the skinny crop just kind of visually strikes me as very tight.
See, I like that.
I like it too.
I like my pictures a little looser, but that's a style preference.
Yeah, I give you that. Wait a minute, looser?
Well,
I guess it
this
depends
is a
because
classic
I've
fashion
seen.
shot actually, where they crop really hard on the face.
Mhm.
A lot of your fashion pictures do that.
Yeah.
And that's a style I've just never really been a fan of.
I totally dig it. That tight crop. You got the original on that? You have it?
Yeah.
You can share your screen if you want.
Hold on, I have to bring it up.
Now you're making it work.
You know, never mind me putting you right on the spot or anything. You know, that's just how I do this.
What day was that?
What day was that?
Jeez. The 16th. That helped.
Yes, it does. Well, because I went to Space Center Houston, so I have a lot.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you did take some.
Oh, God. I've been meaning to head out there, and I haven't had a chance. And I've been sick. I want to see. I love aircraft, and I want to see that 740. I've seen it in flight.
I want to see a
So have I.
747.
It's impressive.
I've seen it. In fact, the last shuttle that was on it that came into Houston that flew over.
Endeavor.
No.
Yeah.
You guys didn't fly over with Endeavor?
No, it flew over, but it came over. It actually came over our area. It was carrying the Challenger from the West Coast to the East Coast, and it's that aircraft that was on that.
Yeah.
That was that one, and it came, and they spent the night, and they spent the weekend, and they opened it up for everybody to go see it, and I got pictures of.
Oh, nice.
And then right after that, a few months later, is when it launched. And 30 years ago today. But I tell you, I keep forgetting she's here in Houston or close by.
Yeah, I am. I'm over in the Heights.
Oh yeah, I know where that is. Jersey Village, ring any bells?
Yeah, we drove through there on a trip back from actually from the Android barbecue. It was storming really hard, so we had to take a detour through Jersey Village.
Watch
to
out
avoid
for
some of the
cow.
flooding.
Wow.
Tell me about it. I was flooded.
Yeah, that storm.
Hey, we got two
Dog.
we got two Houstonians here.
That
Yeah,
storm
well,
was
I
horrible.
won't be back in Texas gracing you in my presence until late February.
As it gets colder.
Are you kidding? It's just barely tolerable now.
Nah, I know that's right.
Yeah, tonight's supposed to get down to 34.
I can finally wear sweatshirts and sweaters and not sweat.
The last
So,
time I was improving, I actually had to scrape ice off the windshield.
What?
Yeah.
I'm sure you weren't up in Dallas.
We can get snow and ice here every 20, 30 years.
And Aunt. So here's a visual for you.
Yeah.
I'm scraping the ice off the windshield of my car in my Hawaiian shirt.
Oh, God. Sweeney. Lord, dude.
I'm having visuals of that.
Yeah.
When I landed at Love Field wearing the Hawaiian shirt, I was getting some really odd looks from people.
I bet so.
You know, Dallas can get a hell of a lot colder. In fact, they get that area gets a lot of snow and ice, and they get the extremes. They can get down to single digits. Yet in the wintertime, summertime, they get easily every year triple digits.
Yeah. 100 days of 100+ degrees. My son's going to school up in Dallas, so 3 years in a row he's asked me for increasingly heavy jackets. And he said his first white Christmas was in Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, keep that. Let's see your shot in it.
She's hoping we'll forget.
No,
Yeah.
we about to rip into her pretty good.
No. Let's see.
Ooh. But yeah.
Hey, what you got there, Aunt?
This is just some bourbon. This is
Can you guys see that?
Devil's Cut
Nothing
bourbon.
good?
Not yet. You have to share the screen.
I did. This
Well,
was easier
earlier she had
before.
a flash of the picture and then it went away.
Yeah, I thought I saw it earlier. So I wasn't
Yeah.
All right,
losing
hold
my mind.
on. So Houston.
That's good. That's frugal for you.
Your
There
video
you go.
looks great, though.
Oh,
There it is.
Oh.
there
there
it
we
is.
are.
There it is.
You know, okay. Yeah, the black and white, definitely better.
Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely better. The cropping.
Still don't like the tight crop.
And shit.
Here, let's.
No, dude, leave that crop alone. That looks good.
I like that crop.
That goes Sweeney.
Those are some other options, okay?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Go back to the one before that one. Where'd you go?
Hold on. Which one?
Oh.
Oh.
Now we have Inception.
Which one? Hold on. Let me go back. Because before that shot, it was just going to be more food.
Typical Annette shots.
Nothing
Yep.
wrong with
Oh, wait, no. That was also the day I went for a walk and got that fountain. Okay.
Oh, yeah, that fountain shots. I love that one.
Oh, yeah. And I know where that fountain is.
That's a good
Every
shot.
time I see your picture, said, "Oh, I know where that one is. Oh, I know where that one is. Oh, I've been there many
I wonder
times."
why I know what that is.
Yeah, that's just said. Oh, she must be here in Houston or close by, and the Heights.
The Heights. There it is.
That's a beautiful area, the Heights.
I like that one too. Still, I would crop it. I
Yeah.
would crop the left side and the top. But there was another one where you were looking up. That one.
Yeah.
I like that. And I would still crop that. Because I agree with you. The background does nothing for that photo.
No.
Sweeney, listen.
What?
Never mind. Don't even say nothing.
A little testy there, Aunt.
Excellent.
Oh man. All right. Well, Miss Annette, congratulations to you.
Thank you.
So you
Okay,
are
hang
now
on,
on
hang
the
on.
clock. I don't have to notify you because you're actually here. So
Yeah.
you are now on the clock to get us a new challenge for the community. So
Oh, here we go.
and as usual, you work with the sound effects. Good gosh, man. I gotta get another producer. All right. So before we get out of here, was there anything that you folks wanted to touch on in particular? I had one or two things that I wanted to
I
mention.
just said if you got both, I don't know about iOS or Android, but if you have a Mac or PC, Lightroom was updated the last couple of days.
Yep.
So was Photoshop.
You know what the update entailed?
Most of it was some bug fixes and I think some filters.
Let me see here. I just went to the blog real quick and see if it has a short.
Well, while you're digging for that, Ant, so you know one of my favorite apps is called Mixtures.
Yep.
Well, Merrick and crew has actually released that same filter effects for Photoshop as a plugin now.
Oh, cool.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So, and for someone like myself who loves using his filter effects on the phone, I'm going to go ahead and get it for Photoshop now.
Me too.
Okay, so we got Adobe Update brings Boundary Warp to Lightroom and Camera Raw.
Oh, yeah. I would imagine there's some brand new cameras that just come on. I think one of them was a Sony. I think Canon just now is getting ready to has just come up with a new SLR.
Oh, I'm saving my pennies. I saw a picture of a new Fuji that's a rangefinder medium format digital,
Oh, wow. Yeah.
and I'm all over that. I hope that actually comes to light.
Check this out. Let me share my screen here. This is part of the Lightroom update. This whole boundary warping thing. Let's see. Share screen. Go there. Boom. All right.
Oh,
You
cool.
guys see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zoom in because the people watching can't see that. There we go. That's interesting. Now, I don't know if I would have a need for that.
I think this is what they come up with when they run out of real things to do.
Okay, all right. Okay, you said it, not me. You know. I just, because don't get me wrong, like the whole transform feature that we were talking about earlier, that is useful when you want to try to tilt something.
I live on transform when I'm compositing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it helps to be able to tilt some things just slightly and not necessarily ruin the cropping on it. But this here, I don't know, man. It's nice that they figure out how to programmatically, I could say that word, do that. But yeah, I don't know. Gee, thanks.
This doesn't bring much.
And of course, there's some bug fixes, and I was looking at bug fixes and make it more compatible with 10.11.3, and of course, Windows 10.
Right. Okay. All right. So that was Lightroom. There was I took a shot during the snowstorm here in the South last weekend, and man, I gotta tell you that was, I don't know, Sweeney, you give me a hard time about my dedication. Dude, I was a little pissed off.
Were you on your belly?
I didn't get on my belly, but I was out there pissed off. My fingertips were frozen. And I was a little pissed. The snow that was coming down, you know, normally when it snows here, it's snowflakes and it's sort of just soft. Dude, these were like pellets, and like styrofoam pellets.
Look, I don't want to hear any of this until I get the picture of you on your belly, covered in snow, with your arms outstretched, taking the picture.
You'll never see it. You'll never see it. Oh man, I was so mad. I was like, man, this is some bullshit. This picture better look good. And so I wanted to use Camera FV5. Let me share the screen here. Boom.
See, that was last weekend, by the way. I was out shooting soccer pictures.
Yeah.
It was like 41 degrees
Oh,
and
jeez.
a stiff wind blowing. You
Oh,
know,
no, that ain't cool. No.
I was numb by the time I was done
Yeah.
2 hours of
That ain't
standing.
cool at all. Not happy about that. But this was down by the river,
I like
and
that.
I had to shoot it with camera FV5, and I wanted to try to see how far I could take the shutter speed, and I took it up to the whole maximum, Nexus 6 maximum of 0.5 seconds, and this is what it originally looked like.
Whoa,
Oh,
Oh, wow.
little bright.
that's kind of blown out.
Yeah, that's what it originally looked like. And
Well, see, Ant, you use that one. You just say, well, it was whiteout conditions. Then we're all
nice.
every picture tells a story, and this is the story.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
It was white out.
I laughed when I saw this because when I was trying to set this up on the phone, because you can go through and adjust the shutter speed and ISO and whatnot, and I kept thinking, damn, what is wrong with this white balance? Because it kept looking blue, and no matter what go ahead.
You know what you need, and I've told you this before.
Yeah, an ND filter.
Yes, sir.
An ND filter would have fixed that. But I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, why did this thing really come out so blue? But fortunately, when I shot it, I told it to shoot it with the DMG or whatever you call it, RAW, what have you. So I was able to take it and turn it into that, because I was able to get a lot more data out of that photo. You know what I mean?
That's why you shoot RAW.
Yeah, and shooting that with just the stock Android camera, that never would have happened. I wouldn't have gotten anything close to this. And this was a stretch because it's sort of it looks a little pixelated here in the trees, in my opinion. But that was the best I could do.
I am serious. I mean, if you really crank it back to a little more of the whiteout condition, and then get yourself a picture of snow falling, and then blend them, I think you'd have a killer shot.
That was not fun, dude. Not fun at all. Poor Fingertips was just gone. And then I had to leave my car down there.
Opportunity.
Yeah.
And then I had to leave my car down there because I drove down there to the trail, and got out and I walked and did my thing or whatever, and I come back to the house, and I didn't really think about my new neighborhood has these San Francisco hills.
Oh.
And poor Vera wasn't climbing these ice hills. Just wasn't gonna happen.
Wasn't gonna happen, huh?
Uh-huh.
So I had to leave my car down there and walk back. Wasn't a long walk, but damn it was cold. Wasn't too happy about that.
Don't feel bad. I was talking to, remember Kenny Lee that used to be in our group?
I remember Kenny.
Yeah.
He said his snowplow died on him. He had to get it fixed because he said he was already out. He was already working on the third go around. He said, what's the temperature there? He said, no, it was in the upper 50s. He goes, oh, shut up. It's 19 right now. Yeah, that flooding just missed him. He is in the high part. If he goes down a couple of miles down the road, everything was underwater.
That's insane. All right, so the last thing I want to show off was this 3D printing gizmo, if you will. And I was curious, if you guys had one of these, would you use it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
I want a laser cutter is what I want.
No, not the 3D printer. I'm talking about this apparatus right here.
I didn't watch that.
This thing here. This guy, he 3D printed all of the pieces for this Galaxy phone, and it basically gives it a nice little harness and whatnot, and so you can put a product right here on display. He even mounted a little piece of paper back there in the back, and 3D printed these little holders for these little LED lights, and
but his background's gray.
Hold on.
Will it hold a plate of food?
Well, I guess if you printed it, I guess if you printed the parts big enough, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought
Some of
this
these
was
3D printers can print, depending on which one you get and how much you spend, you can get some big parts.
Yeah.
But see, my question was, if this was for sale on Amazon somewhere, would you guys buy it?
Nope.
You wouldn't buy it.
Maybe.
I just looked at it and saw it as opportunity for like uh, product reviews or something like that.
I think he's got the right idea.
Hmm.
You know what he needs. Well, actually, now see, he's got more of a lazy Susan right there.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Yeah. And you watch this. This thing turns. Of course, speed it up a little bit. There. How
My
cool is that?
concern is it's a little small for some of the products I shoot.
Right. But again, it's 3D printed. You could throw this in AutoCAD or something and probably scale it up properly, right?
Yeah, sketch. Yeah.
I dig it. But I just thought I'd share that with you guys. Just wanted to get your 2 cents. I know one of our members, Mr. Chris Gainsworth, dang it, I hope I'm saying his last name right. He's a big 3D printer fan, and I wanted to make sure I tagged him in that so he could see it because he enjoys printing out a lot of different things and goofing off with them. Now, Sweeney, what is this you have?
This is why I've been absent a lot.
It's the squad, baby, the squad.
This is the squad. Now the tie-in is this was shot with my 5S.
Okay.
I had them in the shade, incredibly bright background, and I used the native HDR function and then Snapseed to bring up the shadow detail. And I just want to show how far you can actually push the dynamic range of these phones.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you think about it a little bit ahead of time when you actually take the picture. But you can still see the snow on the mountains and the clouds and there's sky, and yet all the shadows not blocked out. You know, you can actually see who they are.
You
Now, I could load
increased
this
it.
in Photoshop and take it a little bit further, but this is all done on the phone in just like a minute or two standing there in the field.
You increased the shadow so you could see their faces a little more.
A little more, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Because I could see that just coming out as dark right when you shoot it.
Well, I actually overexposed by manually adjusting the exposure,
Mhm.
and I relied on the HDR function to bring that back into line.
Oh, okay. Good call. Let it do the math.
I let it all figure it out. I just took the
Mm-hmm.
picture.
Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, I haven't shot much else this week, but I got to do better. I'm sorry. I'm struggling with my creative juices this week. I'm in the middle of
Slacker.
a writer's block. I'm struggling. Y'all got to send me some good vibes. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get up out of here. Or unless you other folks had anything y'all wanted to share, Sweeney, Caine, Annette.
I'm sending you good vibration.
That's it. You're banned. Good God. Anything you wanted to share or discuss, Annette?
No,
Mr.
you
Caine?
got me on here.
Nope. Now we got you on. Since we got you here, start making it a habit.
She's like,
I'll
Dad,
try.
she's like, I
She's
showed
gonna
up. You
door
asking for too much now.
Want me on here on a regular basis?
Good grief.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll let you guys sign off and tell everybody where they can find you and your work and anything else that you'd like to plug. We'll start with Miss Annette.
G Plus or AnnetteHolland.com has everything and everywhere,
Mhm.
and lots of food photography.
Yes, lots of food shots, good stuff. There's a Twitter handle that you had put me on. Was it DIY Foods? Crap, I can't remember. But it was one Twitter handle that you had me on that does a lot of food photography, and it totally screws me up every time I go to Twitter.
that might have been because I was in a foodie chat a couple months ago. So
Because I had it in a list, so I see it like
all the
instantly.
time.
And I'm like, man, I can't keep looking at this. This is just wrong. Food
Yeah.
looks so good. But we appreciate you popping in this week and joining us and sharing your wonderful photography. And we hope to see you on the next hangout.
What's next Thursday?
I said
I'll see if
hope.
I can arrange more leftovers.
I said hope. That's jeez. Thank you again, Miss Annette.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Next up, Mr. Michael Caine. Where do we find you and your work, my man?
I can be found anywhere on the web at Michael Caine 4023 or just Michael Caine on either Facebook, Google Plus, Flickr, and in 3 weeks I can be found at the Bel Air Civic Center for the Houston Area Apple Users Group.
And what is that called again?
Hog. and our logo is a hog, a silver hog with an apple with the famous apple logo on it.
I love that, man. Ever since you said that has always just made me smile. Just this hog. He's like, I'm going to Hog this week. I'm like, what? Hog?
Barbecue.
Yeah, barbecue is Texas. Appreciate you joining us as usual, Mr. Caine. Lastly, my man, Mr. Mike Sweeney. Where do we find you and all of your work and musings?
Oh, you can find me at msmedia.me. You can find me in the Twitterverse, lighting images. You can find me running up and down hills like a crazy person.
Speaking of, congratulations to you on your run, man. And did you got one of the cool Star Wars medals too?
I did.
You did a Disney run?
Oh man.
The thing weighs enough to be a weapon.
I hate you, dude. Gosh, I hate you so much. Congratulations, man. That's
Hey, Aunt, it's only 13.1 miles. You too can do it.
I could barely finish the 5K.
Not to say that would be no. I did yoga last night and I'm still crying from it. Jeez.
Wait, you have no problem deadlifting and yoga? Not too often.
That's what I don't get, man. I'm like, I could do squats, and I said this last night. I was like, you know what? I haven't felt this bad doing 400 plus pound squats versus doing the yoga that I did tonight with the lower body and legs.
And how many of those squats do you do?
It depends, but if I'm doing 400 pounds, I guess maybe 5 or 6. 2? No.
Better make sure your form is right.
Oh my gosh, man. Dadgum yoga.
Yeah, well, he may do 400-pound squats, but he's still got twiggy legs. So.
And yes, unfortunately, shut it. Stop it, man. You have to bring that up.
Chicken legs.
Jeez.
Drumsticks.
Yeah, I'm not worried about you. Thank you again for joining us, Mr. Sweeney, even though you're flipping that. That's all right. We appreciate you popping in as always.
Always a pleasure to be here.
And lastly, myself, I am Aunt Pruitt. Find me here on Google+. Or you can go to auntpruitt.com. Or you can go to the YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/AuntPruitt. You can also check out the website for the community. That's smartphone-photographers.com. There you will find all of these Hangout on Air. I still don't know how to say that in the plural format. Hangouts on air.
Hangouts on air. Yeah.
Hangouts on
Plural
air.
the noun.
That
Proper
goes
English.
all the way back. I want to say we got all the way back to the very first one on the website. So you can check out all of the little archives and any other little blog posts that I will throw in there. This week I threw in there a feature from one of our members. I believe her name was Miss Rebecca Calabot. I don't know. It's Rebecca something. That I know for sure. And I basically asked the question of, don't you laugh at me. I basically asked the question of, what is the perfect shot? We all take these photos and we want to think about, grabbing the quote unquote perfect shot. And the shot that she shared, I loved it, but some people may not even assume that it's a perfect shot because it's blurred and all of that good stuff. But check out smartphone-photographers.com.
Can we bash people that aren't here?
Yes, have at it.
The perfect shot is one without Joey next to you.
Oh. That
Hiya,
would
Joey.
be,
Yeah. Well, you put it. Might as well say a perfect shot is one without Joey or Portis near you.
See, folks. Hey, and that is Joey Kelly, Joey Kelly.
And you guys want me to come back next week?
We don't pick on ladies.
Oh,
Gentlemen,
no.
Okay.
No, I didn't
No,
say
Sweeney does.
I didn't say that. No, Annette, you're not immune. I'm going to warn you now.
I heard Annette. Sweeney does.
Yeah, not immune. But yeah, thank you all, folks, for joining us tonight. If you're interested in joining the smartphone photographers community, just hit up anybody that you see here on the screen to request an invite, or you can do it on the website with any of the posts. There's usually an option to request an invite to get into the community. Myself or any of the other moderators will look at your Google Plus profile to make sure you're actually someone that's not a spammer and somebody that's going to fit. Because we don't do that spamming stuff inside of this community. You can share your photos, but we'd like to get a little, insight from you, because other people want to learn. How did you shoot that shot so great or poorly in some instances, considering what you just saw from me. But no, it's a learning community. Let us know if you'd like to join in, and there went Sweeney. And tune in every Thursday, in theory.
You're sideloning.
Every Thursday, and about 9 p.m. Eastern, and we'll do this again. So thank you, folks, for watching. Catch you later. Peace.
Bye.
Bye-bye.